Hello, it's Tina Marie, and it's so great to be with you again. For those that are listening first to our podcast, welcome to Light Your Life. And for those that are fans and have followed us and shared our messages to others and helped us spread this beautiful message across the world, thank you. Today, I want to talk about our presence in life. And when I say presence, I don't mean those that are wrapped with a bow, although those are really fun too. It's the understanding of us being present in our moment with our thoughts, in our decisions, in our connections, and definitely with our emotions. I find oftentimes we can ride over the top of our emotional state because of busyness, our seemingly never ending to-do list, and then also the wants that we have to create and serve and contribute. Oftentimes ourselves can be left in the dust of that equation. So today let's speak about moving forward with presence. Presence in ourselves, presence in the moment, presence with our decisions and our thoughts, and presence with the attuneness of the all. So that divine intelligence that moves in and through and as us, and then also partners with us, requires our presence. What gets in the way of presence? Stress, things that our mind makes up that are fearful, such as anxiety and that future projection of the what ifs. I grew up in a household where my mother was a planner, and she was really great at planning, and I really appreciate her way of being because she taught me a ton on being prepared and also on budgeting and understanding where finances are, preparations of food for the dinner table. I could go on and on. She was great at it. And at the same time, there can be a level of anxiety or too much preparedness because we're trying to make sure we're okay for anything that could happen. And that leaves, I don't know about you, but it leaves this amazing pressure system to build because it doesn't seem like it could ever be enough. There's, we could plan for today, we could plan for tomorrow, we could plan for this week, we could plan for this month, we could plan for this year. And then it can keep going almost like a train off on its own rails that we have no control over. So presence has this energy of the here and the now. So I invite us to simply, while we're together here right now, just take a moment to check in. Taking a breath. Wherever you are in this moment, feeling the presence of your body. What thoughts are wanting your attention? What's pulling at you? Is there someplace you have to be? Maybe you're on the way to that place now. Is there something that is on your to-do list that you must get done today? Are there things that, if they weren't handled in this moment today, you would be laying your head down on the pillow tonight and worrying about them? I ask that we take a breath. And that we tell our mind, the truth is, right now, what we have, what you have, what I have, is this time, this space, to avail ourselves to a new strategy, new learning, new awareness, new availability within ourselves, and definitely a new level of our own presence with life itself. You're breathing, I'm breathing. Life is moving through us, as us, in this moment. And in presence, life is asking for our awareness of itself and that partnership. So here are a few things that I do to bring myself back into the present moment and halt or pause or bring back into alignment that mind that wants to race off into the future. Now, there comes a time where we do want to diligently, mindfully sit down and plan. And there'll be some more sparks of wisdom here on the Light Your Life podcast that I'm going to give you there on how do we plan effectively and how do we check in with the measurements of that plan, because that's also a piece of being present, is knowing our plan and checking in with our plan. Yet, those times will be diligently set aside and made mindful to that action and behavior. It need not plague each one of our moments. So what I do is I check in with my body. I think each one of us will know easily whenever our body is either present in the moment or not. We feel a level of disturbance, racingness, future forward, mind out there, figuring things out. Maybe we're not present in the moment because we think of something that happened in the past, or even the recent past, something we did or did not do. Maybe we did, but we don't believe we did well, and we dwell on the past. Either way, whether we're future projecting way out there or we're dwelling on the past, that is not the present moment. So the first thing I do is I check in with my body. Feet on the floor, take things out of my hands, open my body up to feel, to allow feeling. Because when we're not present, we're shutting down that mode. We're shutting down feeling. So the first thing is to avail. The next is to take a breath. You and I did that here just a few minutes ago. So we take a breath. And whenever we take a breath, that checking in deepens, and we can really get a sense of ourselves and sense of this present moment. I don't know if you're like me, but there was a time in my life where I recognized I was holding my breath much more than I was breathing. And I remember thinking, no wonder my body's so anxious and feels uptight. It's because I have no breath in it. So I had to teach myself how to take breaths, literally. I even have an app on my watch. It's kind of funny. It can tell when my heart rate goes up and it goes, breathe. Like sometimes I get agitated. I'm like, yeah, you don't know what I'm going through right now. Yeah, I'm breathing, but goodness. I did. I needed to learn how to breathe. And it may sound absolutely ridiculous because here we are breathing, yet are we really deepening our breath? Are we really bringing our breath into the present moment? So something I learned to do in my younger years when I was holding my breath more than breathing is I would consciously, once an hour, take 3 conscious breaths in through the nose, allowing it to fill my being, out through the mouth, 3 of those in a row, simply to relax the shoulders, deepen the diaphragm, open up, and become present again in my day. And it took a while. I had to train myself how to breathe. And maybe you do too. So breathing is the first thing that I do to bring myself back to the present moment and to notice. And then I ask myself a question. Because when I'm not present, more than not, I'm either out there in the front. I'm that person that's way out there. I'm planning and figuring stuff out. And I can go too far out there into the future. I've learned in my life to not dwell in the past. When I dwell in the past, I find that I can pull myself back into the present moment with gratitude of what is, right? But the question I ask myself whenever I'm not present in the moment, I catch myself there, is I ask myself this: what is it that is mine to do in this moment? What is mine to do in this moment? What is mine to do in this moment? And if it's on my list of things that I'm doing, great. If it's not, I add it. If it's not mine to do, I make sure that there's someone that I know and trust that is doing that, or I find that maybe I'm off on a tangent of something that does not need to be done and I'm wasting time or simply not focusing. So what is mine to do here in this moment? And then I reach to my higher power, because sometimes I'm not the one with the right answer. I'm not the one that knows the best answer for the pathway, the decision that I need to make. And I need to humbly ask, what is mine to do? And then I listen, because it may not be the answer I want. It may be the answer from my higher power, directing me and guiding me and putting me back on the course. Because in those non-present moments, more than not, I've let go. I've let go of what I need to do. I've let go of what I need to focus on. And I moved myself away from the very decision that needs to be made right here, right now, right? So I ask myself, what is mine to do? And I make certain in the what's mine to do that I listen, I honor, and I act efficiently, expeditiously, and mindfully toward that. That is mine to do. Otherwise, I'm asking for questions, the answers to questions, and I'm taking no action. And that's extremely painful. So today, what we're talking about is moving forward with presence. And how do we move ourselves to that present moment? If I am in fear in any way, if I'm in worry, regret, anxiety, depression, confusion, jealousy, bitterness, anger, resentment, remorse, regret, loneliness, if I'm in any of those places in my being, in my emotional center, there's been a part of me that has separated myself from my higher power. There's a part of me that separated myself from the truth of the present moment. And I've gone off on a tangent of worry or a less than energy, a fear that is removing me from the present moment and the energy that's available here. So breathing, checking in, what is mine to do? And there's a really great question we can ask ourselves if ever we feel anxious or not clear, or if we just simply know that we're in fear. Am I safe? Because if I do not feel safe in the moment, I must get myself to a safety. 99% of the I don't feel safe in our mind that we experience is false. It's our imaginations running away with us, trying to create that fear at a time where we must learn to focus and create progress for ourselves. Because fear will take us off our game, right? So in those moments where fear may be wanting to take the reins or the steering wheel, so to speak, of our lives, I can tell myself, the truth is I am safe. The truth is I am safe. I don't have a lion or a tiger or a great white shark. If you grew up during the 80s, you know why that's in my mindset, because Jaws came out and it's like, I totally screwed up my thinking about the oceans. But if we're not in any immediate physical danger, the truth is we are safe, and we must put that into our mind. The truth is I am safe. I do not have anything in this moment to worry about, to feel anxious about, to not feel powerful in. And once we restore breath, once we restore perspective, once we restore that connection to our higher power, once we restore that faith in ourselves and tell ourselves that I am safe, that present moment becomes golden. And it's an amazing energy source through which you create and find joy, happiness, fulfillment, love. So today, moving forward with presence. I hope that these words of wisdom, the spark of wisdom today, gave you some guidance. Sometimes it's remembering what works so that we can actually remember to do those things that work for ourselves and to remember the value of our present moment, because that's what we have. And thank you for sharing your present moment with me. This and so many wonderful resources you can find on our website at bonfirecoaching.com. You can also find on our YouTube channel if you search Bonfire Coaching and Tina Marie St.Cyr. And we provide these beautiful resources for you so that you can live the life that you love and light your life and guide others to these pieces of wisdom as well, as we're all in this together. And I love that. Thank you so much. It's been a delight being with you. Until next time.